The Michigan Legacy Art Park on the grounds at Crystal Mountain Resort is open year-round. It includes 40 works of art among the hiking trails.
And they are preparing for the Legacy Gala fundraising event. And here to discuss with us all the Michigan Legacy Art Park has to offer are Lindsay Greer and Angie Quinn. Good morning and welcome to Good Day. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with Art Park, just tell us a little bit about it.
So Michigan Legacy Art Park is located in the heart of Crystal Mountain, but we are actually a separate company. We actually signed a lease with them back in 1995, and we are celebrating 30 years.
Wow.
Serving the Benzie and Manistee and Wexford and Grand Traverse and all of Northwest Michigan for 30 years this year. We have over 50 permanent sculptures in the collection, plus lots of other things that are poetry and interactive things and an amphitheater. It's a great visit for everyone.
It has been a number of years since I've been out there, and I can, just tell by some of the pictures that we're seeing right now of things that I have yet to see in person. I mean, this has really grown over the years as well. Lindsay, what have you seen change over the history of the art park and into what it is today?
Sure. Well, it started, as Angie said, in 1995 with the artist David Barr, who has about 14 sculptures in the park. And just since I've been at the park, which has been about a year, we've already installed a new sculpture from one of our artists in residence, and we are already growing our programming. We are growing our education program. This year we have, for instance, a high school art exhibition, an outdoor art exhibition that's, just to plug this to viewers, is currently accepting admissions. Also, we have a field trip program that continues to grow. So any teachers out there or scout leaders who want to bring their students to the park, please do. And this summer especially, we're offering all sorts of new programming. We have a dancer who is coming to devise some works about our permanent sculpture collection. And we have an ongoing collaborative art project that the artist and one of our staff members, Patricia Innes, she started during the pandemic, and we've continued every year. And so this year we have a new art collaborative project called Hike in the Woods. So that's something else that people should come out and see and participate in.
A lot of new stuff.
That's a lot of growth for sure. Talk to us about the growth a little, Angie. I mean, really, you had a lot of support in the early days from Crystal Mountain and the people there at Crystal as well, just to get started.
Yeah, so, way back when there was just an inkling of an idea for the park, David Barr met some very smart people, including the architect Bob Holdeman, who's up in Traverse City, and he introduced them to the McInnes family and the Petritz family, who owned Crystal Mountain, and somehow there was just this amazing synchronicity, and they were looking for something to do with some of the forest that they weren't going to develop, and we were looking for a place where we could put art in the forest. So it all worked really well. So Crystal Mountain has been an extraordinary partner for years and years. Both George and Althea Petritz were amazing supporters. And now Jim and Chris McInnes and the entire Petritz family continue to support us. In 2024, they actually transferred the land to us. So we no longer lease the land from them. We actually own it. And that is the biggest gift ever. And I don't know that we can ever say thank you enough for that.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now, we're also talking about all the events going on, but another big event is the Legacy Gala. Can you explain a little bit more what that fundraising event is and how people can participate?
Sure. We hold the gala every year and have been doing it since 2009. And each year we celebrate someone in Michigan who does extraordinary work to support arts and culture, the environment or the sharing the history of Michigan. In the past, we've given that to Governor Milliken. We've given it to the artist Jason Quigno. We've given it to Michigan's Tuskegee Airmen. We've given it to the Pure Michigan advertising and marketing team. So this year, we're giving it to Chris and Jim McGinnis. And because we really couldn't have arrived at 30 years without them. So not only do they support the arts here in Michigan, but they also have been extraordinary advocates for the environment, which we all know is an important part of what makes our tourism industry so successful. So August 15th, I am getting to this. August 15th, we have a silent auction and a dinner and a award presentation. All of the funds raised that night go to our ongoing programming. This year, we're actually hoping to excite people about some new things we want to do with our Discovery Grove, which is our interactive learning space in the middle of the art park. So there'll be some information about that as well this year.
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm just curious. I mean, obviously, the McInneses, as owners of Crystal, they could have had a much different vision for all those acres at Crystal Mountain for development and expanding the resort, but obviously transferring it and giving it to the Legacy Art Park is pretty huge. In our final minute, Lindsay, I'm curious your take as a relative newcomer, what you think of the support, for example, for last year's gala and just the support of the art community in general. How important is this event going to be to the art park?
Absolutely. Well, it's a huge support to us, as Angie said, for our programming. And also, I think, as is the case with fundraising events, it's a great time for artists and members of the nonprofit community to get together and support one another. So last year, I had a wonderful time at the gala, and I met lots of people. We honored the Northwest Arts in Michigan, Northwest Michigan Arts and Culture Network founder, and yeah, it was great. It's a great time to honor people and to just come together and support one another.
Awesome.
And it's open to the public too, not just the artists and the nonprofit folks. So we really, really want people to come and join us.
Great.
You can find ticket information on our website.
Awesome.
Excellent. That was my last question, Angie. So good. Thanks for covering that. The Legacy Art Park there at Crystal Mountain. Thank you both, Lindsay and Angie, for being with us on Good Day today.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.